Welcome back to PYJynJoy, Messages from the Divine. This is Charmaine, your holistic life coach, coming to you with a message for the collective. But before we get started, let's cleanse the energy of the space and see what the divine wants to tell us today. So again, since this is a reading for the collective, it may or may not resonate with you. Take from it what you will. That does work for you. Drop it in the comments so I can know and respond to you later. So divine, what message do you have for the collective today? Divine, what message do you have for the collective today? Divine, what message do you have for the collective today? So let's see, once I can get the cards right. It's morning. So let's see, do it one more time. There we go. Splitting the deck, we have, cups. Lots of cups. Page of Cups, Ace of Cups. So with the Page of Cups, we know that that's all about a younger person or you learning something new to it, less experienced with it, working on it. So that's what you're doing right now with your emotions. Cups are all about the emotions. You can see she's like on the pier with the water behind her. And it's pretty calm, not overly turbulent or anything. A little fish is peeping at her out the cup and she's peeping at it. And then Ace of Cups. So this hand issuing from a cloud has a beautiful goblet with a heart over it and dewdrops. So it really is you are in control of your emotions. And Ace is all about new beginnings. So you are learning to control your emotions and really also explore them, because it's with the different droplets. It's like little dewdrops, little messages from the divine to help you to get your emotions in check. So let's see what this means for you. So in the immediate past, we have Nine of Swords. So this is something that just happened. So as I go through the reading, think of what's going on in your life and how that relates. So then you'll know that it is resonating with you. And then try to apply, but using your free will, try to apply what the message is. So with this in the immediate past, 9 is all about completions. The Ace was one new beginning. So this is in the immediate past. So think of something that may have been very painful or hurtful, because again, it's with swords, and swords is all about your mental, your mindset. So something's keeping you up at night. See, she's laying in her bed, but she's up. And it's really something that's a bit turbulent. And even looking at the roses that are on her blanket, the girl with the page had roses on her jacket. So this is all about you. So let's see. Let's go to the present. And we'll go through the full 5 spread and then see what each card goes into further. So for now, we'll lay it out. With King of Swords, so we went in the immediate past. So think about maybe 2 weeks ago, a month ago, 2 months ago, not so far back, but more immediate. And now, presently, you are in control of your emotions. And look, it's like a transformation. You see the butterflies, 3 butterflies are up above, etched into the throne, and it resembles the reawakening. The a chrysalis come out like a little caterpillar goes into the chrysalis and then comes back out as a butterfly. So there's transformation for you. So something that was going on that was on your mind a lot, that you couldn't sleep, it would wake you up, you're now masterful. You are now king of it. Look how she's sitting on the throne with her sword raised. She's very relaxed, legs across. She's leaned back. She's a leader and in control. So got your emotion, your thoughts under control. So now let's go to your immediate future. Will be Knight of Pentacles. Ooh. So with that knight charging in, you see studying, or she's studying the pentacle, which represents your money, your prosperity, material, also your foundation. So she's studying your work, career. So that's what she's studying. And the horse is pretty steady. He's just standing there, not concerned. And in fact, the ears are turned back so he can hear, just as if he's trying to figure it out too. So it's you really contemplating your next moves with your career. Perhaps that's what it is. Maybe, and I mean, I'll speculate for now, but once we have it all laid out, I'll have a better clue. But what it seems to be telling me is that you may have had sleepless nights because you were concerned with your job. So let's see what we come up with. The distant past. Page of Swords. Yeah, so there's a lot of swords. There's a lot of mental anguish and thoughts that are going on for you. But with the page, it's again, just like Page of Cups, trying to control your thoughts, your mindset, have a shift. You're new to it, so maybe you've begun like some meditation. Maybe you're working on your shadow side, but there's something that you're doing mental work on that you're first beginning, just like with the emotions, where you're just beginning to control those and learn how to control them. So now for the distant future, rather, we have all the pages. Okay, so now we have Page of Pentacles. So with Page of Pentacles, you can see that she's studying it just like how the Knight. So she's studying it as well. And it's as if perhaps she's leaving from, or you're leaving, this is for the collective, you're leaving from the country to go to the city. She has a little backpack on. Backpack. There's this guy I love on Instagram, Nick Trowick. But you look him up, he's funny. So anyway, but he always has his little backpack. So it's backpack. And so she's maybe contemplating a move to the city. Maybe career is taking you in that direction. And like with the immediate future, so there's immediate and then immediate future, distant future. So perhaps you're contemplating a job change. So that's what this looks like it's coming up to be. It's where you are um, getting into a new career, perhaps, because there's a page, you're getting into a new career, making a move to another part, leaving the country behind and moving to the city. Now at the bottom, we have the Page of Cups. So all pages are represented here. Page. Oh, no, it's not. We don't have the Page of Wands. Maybe the Page of Wands will pop up too for some creativity. So, and also at the bottom, interestingly enough, we have Five of Cups. So again, here with these emotions, so there's three cups, goblets that are like tilted over and spilled, and then two are remaining behind her. And just like the city is there, but she's on the shore, like the opposite shore. This sort of reminds you of perhaps being like the Brooklyn Bridge, as that looks like the Empire State Building. And maybe so she might be over in Brooklyn, like I don't know, down on the sand, but at the shore. So it's like looking at what was lost, but you still have something left. So with your emotions, you may have had a bit of a loss somewhere, but you're fine because you still have two remaining. So if something had to let go, so that you will still have others that you can rely on. So let's go into more depth with this Page of Swords. So Divine, tell us some more about the Page of Swords with this distant past. What's going on for the collective that they were trying to, and it looked like she's guarding, she's pulling away, she's turning sideways so that she can avoid someone bothering her. So who, tell us more about who or why were they feeling defensive of their mindset. So let's see what we get. The Star. So we have the Star, and it is all about, again, it's balanced too, because she's 1 foot in the water and she's pouring from one pitcher into the water and one to the earth. And then also remember how the Ace of Cups looked, how it had the 5 streams of water. So look at the 5, well, it's 4 here, but look at how the water is spilling out, similar to how it looked in the Ace of Cups. So it's really about you being a star. There's a lot for you to think about. You're in the public eye, perhaps. It's something where you are being recognized and you're getting that balance. You're taking care of both the land and the earth, which is again similar to how this is the land and the earth, the land and the earth. So there's a lot of things that you're going through. So perhaps again, and land and earth are things that are not necessarily that they're opposites, but just that it's something that are needing to be balanced. So let's see what more we can get from this distant past and you being a star, nurturing, taking care of the land and of the water. The Moon. So we get a lot. So these are with the major arcana cards. This is like major life changes, like overall. So this other, like the pages, the knights, the nines, the numbers, those are more in line with you day to day. So this is something that's overall. So again, with the moon and the stars. So there's a lot. And then look, you have nightmares. So there's a lot going on at night with you in the distant past, where the moon is all about divine femininity. It's also about what's hidden, because think of a new moon, it's all completely covered, it's dark, and there's a lot that happens at that time, a lot of magic that goes on then. So in preparation for the full moon and coming out and everything being exposed. So you may be going through something that is maybe it is you working on your shadow side. Pardon me, I have a delivery. 1 second. Okay, so I'm back, had a little food delivery. So I was saying about the moon. So it looks like something in the distant past that led to these like nightmares and keeping you awake at night. So there's a lot that you may be working on. Maybe it's your shadow work. If looking at them all together, so you have with the Page of Swords and you have the star, the moon. So a lot of night activity. So in the darkness, and then protective of your mind. So let's go a little more. So that's what it looks like. So maybe it is, and again, remember the connection with the career. So you may be going through a complete change in how you are doing. Like maybe you're taking on a new career because again, with the pages, it's youth. It's or not necessarily it is youth because pages are young, but it can happen. I mean, listen, I'm taking a career change. I've been years in corporate world and now doing life coaching. So the thing is with it, it looks like it is going to be where you're taking on something new. And it's because you're developing something deep within you, which represents the moon, the depth of that, the depths of the emotions. The moon's is Cancer. It's all about home. It's also family. It's your deepest emotions. And then with the star, it is also gives some illumination to what you're going through. So that looks like you may be taking on a new career path, perhaps. So let's see, let's keep going into the immediate past with this Nine of Swords. Nine again about completions, endings. So it looks like you may have now worked it out because look how you're getting to the King of Swords. But let's ask the divine about what's going on with this immediate past. Can you give us some more insight on that? Four of Cups, disappointment, or rather really being stubborn with your emotions. So remember you had the page. So you had the Page of Cups where you're beginning to get into your emotions and how you're feeling, recognizing them, learning more about them, to now where you're sitting there and even with a cup being issued from the divine out of the cloud, you're still arms folded and just in disgust, like I cannot be bothered. So again, you have these Nine of Swords, so you're staying up at night. Now your emotions are also not doing as well because you're being a bit stubborn in not recognizing things or wanting things. You're adamant, really. I mean, it's completely the body language completely closed off. So that's what's happening with your emotions right now, and it's also tied in with the thoughts that are on your mind. That's keeping you awake. So your emotions and your swords, your emotions and your swords, your emotions and your mindset, you really are needing to work on. And four is foundation. So you go from page to where you are at four, where you're building the foundation of your emotions. So you're really trying to get that under control. And then again, you have to give yourself grace. Things are not going to change overnight. I mean, they could, that would be fabulous. But obviously, in this case, they are not. So try to remain as positive as possible and don't be so closed off. Try to think more about what you're going through and how you can be grateful for where you are. So then you can get past this funk. And that's how she looks like she's in a bit of a funk. So get out of that funk by staying as positive as you can and thinking of what it is that you do want. That's the thing that you need to do. So tell us some more, Divine, about this immediate past. The collective is having nightmares. They're staying up at night. There's emotions are really where they're closing themselves off. What more can you tell us? Well, here we have some wands. So wands make their appearance. So Five of Wands, five is about change. So there's like a bit of a semi-battle, but not a full-on cut, I'm going to cut you up type of thing, where people are, again, since this is with work, you're getting some competition there, and others may want that same position. So you have to battle it out and stand your ground with it. And wands are all about your passion, your creativity. It's where you are trying to show and prove that you are the one worthy. So with that, be again, Don't look at others as competition. You really shouldn't, because what someone else does has nothing to do with you. Focus on yourself. So while this competition may be happening, you may be in the mix of it because you're part of the pool of people that the company wants to attract and hire or promote. But focus on you and your creativity and getting your emotions. Don't let your emotions interfere with the work that you have to do, because being a creative person myself, it's important that your mind is straight, because if it's not, if you have too much grief, if you have too much um, distractions, or if you're angry, you can't let that creativity flow. It blocks. So keep that in mind too. You're working already. We have the page of cups and we have the page of swords, so you are working on both of those things, your mental and your emotional. So just keep that going. Now, in the present, as King of Swords, obviously now you're in control of your mindset. Tell us more, because with the King, they're more aloof. They're also going to be less biased in the way that they think about stuff. They really look at it more logically. So tell us some more about this present. Well, now you have King of Pentacles. So you have both the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So you came out of this really on top as far as your career. You're the one that's been selected. So you are the king, and you can see again the city in the background, and he's across the way. So it looks like it could be like Central Park to me. But you have this king situation now. So you are the one that was selected for the position. Congratulations. And you are sitting there, legs, look at the legs across, very at ease. Again, leg over ankle over knee. The pentacle is resting, and he's looking down at it like, okay, yep, I got this. I'm in control. And look at the abundance, the greenery, the bulls, Taurus. You know, Taurus is all about, because it rules house number 2, which is material, and that's your prosperity. The bull, and that represents the stubborn behavior. Look, she has like 2 braids and 2 horns. So a bull is very stubborn, and that's what they're very stubborn about, um, their monies, the material, beautiful things. So yeah, so you come out on top as the person that's selected for the position. So Divine, tell us some more about that. What more can you tell us about the present situation? The collective has been the selected one at the company. Tell us some more. Oh, I love getting this. It pops up. So it's not this, but it's always good to see when it comes up, because it lets you know in this reading, you are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. And that's what we're looking at. So you are getting to be your best self by learning to control your emotions and your mindset, not letting others disturb you or take you out of your comfort, not your comfort zone, but take you out of who you are. So let's keep going now and pull the card that's going to be for the present. And we get more pentacles. 10. And 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. So new beginnings. So this is a happy home life. You're very prosperous. Even maybe you're getting help from an elder. And since this is a career, maybe you're getting help from someone who, maybe a parent or an uncle, someone that's older than you, who knows this type of job and can guide you. So there's this couple, they have their kid, they have the 2 dogs. So it's like a happy family life, and you are making a lot of money. It's very verdant. The house is a modern masterpiece. So you are doing well. Your career is off to an excellent start. So let's move to the immediate future, where now Knight of Pentacles. So it's showing again, you're now going steady. You're steady on in your career. You are accomplished. You are at the top of your game, and you're the king. So Divine, what is that? Ooh, 7 of Cups, talk about creativity. So with your imagination, so 7 is all about your inner wisdom, your insight, spirituality. And there's all these fantastical images inside of each cup. So we have a rose, we have a heart, we have a snake, a fist, money with jewels popping out, diamonds and pearls, a wreath that has a welcoming bow on it, and then a tornado. So these are all the things that you're seeing. And that could be very helpful in your career, because you can have that creativity. Remember the wands of creativity? Well, your emotions are also helping you to have these fantastical visions and ideas that are helping you to advance further with your career. Maybe that's why you were the one that was selected, because you have a very verdant imagination. So let's see, what more can you tell us, Divine, about the immediate future? What can you tell us about the immediate future? And we have more creativity, 8 of Wands. So 8 is abundance. That's your prosperity. You are doing very well with your company. And what happens with that is you have a lot of wands, 8 obviously, coming at a fast pace. Look at the speed of the cloud. So they're racing through. So it could be like these great messages, great ideas out of these fantastical visions. You have a multitude of fabulous ideas that are going to keep you boop, 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 charging ahead on your motorcycle, speeding through, and you're just very, very creative in the immediate future. So let's take a look at the distant future. Divine, what can you tell us about the distant future for the collective? So it's showing a page. So maybe you're going to take another, you go from king to a back to a page. So maybe you're taking on another one of these ideas. Maybe you're taking that from the start, so creation to the end. So with that, Divine, tell us about this distant future for the collective. The sun. I love this card. 19, 1 plus 9 again is 10, which is 1. The sun comes out. It's very happy. You're doing well. The banner, the kid is grinning. So you have this, the brilliance of the sun, the energy of the sun. Look how the flowers, the sunflowers are turned towards the sun, the little petals. So you are charging in and bring great joy and happiness and abundance, energy to people. So from your work, you're spreading out and getting people to be happy. All these ideas are resonating well with others that you are doing the work for. Maybe it's an ad campaign or something, but something is getting your message out, and whatever format that may be, and it is very powerful. The sun is powerful, and the universe revolves around the sun. So we'll pull another card for this distant future, Divine. Tell us some more about that. Sun, happy days. Well, we have 5 of Swords. So it's again similar to how the page was pulling back and trying to keep people from taking her mindset, getting her out of her thoughts. Well, 5 is change. So there are 2 people walking away in defeat. It's as if you took their swords. And you think about when people do, now of course the word just fell out of my head, but fencing. So you are trying to, well, you hit your partner too, but you're trying to think of like sword fights back in the day, and they were parrying or what have you, and they take the sword from the person with theirs, like, well, that's what you just did. You defeated them, and they're walking away in sorrow. Oh well. And you're again in defending your mindset. That's what you're doing. You're standing there. You're not even concerned. You're watching them like, okay, well, bye. So that's what this is. So there'll be some other people to try to challenge you, because remember, when you become a star, go from a star to the sun, you're all over there. People will be full of jealousy. So you have to keep your mindset focused and don't let them get at you, disarm them. So if someone comes to you and they're like, even if it's snarky, like underhanded compliment. Oh, that was really great. If it's for someone that wants X, Y, and Z, So think of that campaign that's for people who want a great wine or something. And oh, that's great if people want toilet water, So it's like, don't let somebody mess with your mental. You are going to control that and disarm them and move on. And then looking at the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Cups. So coming together joyously, of celebration. Everyone is happy. So you are getting the accolades that you need. Your emotions are great. And even here, look, we have the King of Cups. So you have the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords. So you are in control of your emotions and you are doing fabulously. So let's now take a look at the crystal that will enhance this message for you. So Divine, what crystal will enhance the message for the collective? And again, drop comments in so I can look at them and go back and answer any questions. I want to know how it's resonating with you. So let's see the crystal that is good for you. Hematite. Ground yourself. And that's important too. So grounding, again, pentacles are all the earth. So that's your root chakra. You want to ground yourself by connecting with the earth and making sure that you're not getting too in your head, and not in your head, but full of yourself, let's say that way. You're getting a lot of popularity, recognition. So stay grounded is what this message is. So you will excel. You are doing fantastically. You are maybe up for a new job or getting leading. Maybe you're going to be they're looking for the project leader, and you are getting that. So what you just have to do is make sure you control your emotions and your mindset, and don't let anyone disturb you. Think of the way that you can just ignore them, or let it be like a duck and let it roll off your back. So any of those people that are coming forward, you don't have to worry about them. This is all about you. Use your creativity. Your emotions will also remember the fantastical images. So that's what you need to focus on. And congratulations on this new position. I wish you well. So thank you for tuning in. If you would be so kind as to click the like button and share the video so I can get the message out further into the collective. For those who may not resonate with you, if you'd be so kind, and even ones that did, to share the video so that, again, it gets the message further out, because there are people out there that obviously need to hear this. So subscribe to PYJynJoy, click the notification bell. If you want a one-on-one, go to my PYJynJoy.com website and book a session. So until we see each other again, love, light, and joy.